This is the Behind the Line podcast, and this is Pacific Northwest Headline News in 3 minutes for Wednesday, January 12th, 2022. Washington State Department of Health will meet this morning to decide if vaccinations will be required for kids K through 12 in public school. Unfortunately, I think there's no way this doesn't pass. So you're going to have to decide if you're going to send your kids to public school. I think they should at least wait until this thing is off emergency use orders. According to their own rules, they're not supposed to be able to force or mandate vaccines that are under emergency use authorization. And the CDC's own doctors don't even know what it'll do to kids. They were quoted as saying, "We'll have to give it to them and see what happens." Sad state of affairs here. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler yesterday spoke about rising violence and homelessness in the city. His plan is Wheeler is also the commissioner of the police bureau, and his plan for 2022 is to deploy a new unit, the Focused Intervention Team, or FIT, to address the rising violence and hire more police officers after a major exodus started in 2020. Adding that community investment is critical. He also spoke about the homeless problem and basically just acknowledged that it is a problem and didn't really say what he's going to do about it. All these big Democrat cities have lost police officers and now are scrambling to put more back on the force because of rising violence, even though they won't admit that losing police officers is the reason for the rising violence. I also think it's a big problem when you have somebody who doesn't really have law enforcement experience in charge of law enforcement. Also a big problem in major cities across the U.S. Sonoma County, California, their health officer is urging residents to voluntarily limit going out as much as possible over the next 30 days to stop the spread of Omicron. Residents are being asked to only leave their house for necessary trips like healthcare, school, work, and grocery shopping. The county also issued a health order that limits indoor events to a maximum of 50 people and outdoor events to 100. Here we go again. House Bill 1588 would bring back the reasonable suspicion reason for an officer to pursue a suspect. This is an attempt to fix the disastrous law Democrats passed last year, stopping officers from chasing many suspects. As an example, one day last week in Tacoma, 28 cars failed to stop for law enforcement and they could not pursue. This has been Headlines in 3 minutes. For more, visit BehindTheLinePodcast.com. Thanks for listening.